Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam. We'll start.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, please, ma'am. A very good afternoon to all of you. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon, and again a warm welcome for the day 2 session of outreach program from all of you. And I welcome all our teachers as in 9th rank students. Please start, ma'am.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Meaning peace and blessings be showered upon us, and a very good afternoon, everyone. So I hope the students must have reflected what we taught yesterday.
Yeah.
And have you all thought what type of learners you are? I want the students to answer me.
Great learners.
The great learners. Well, that's nice, but I wanted to know what type means. Are you audio learner, visually learner, or kinesthetic learners? Did you try learning in that way which we taught you using those techniques?
Farhana, can you answer?
Yes, sir. Yesterday evening, I have practiced that type of technique.
Yeah, please share with them, Farhana.
Yesterday, Fatima ma'am has said some techniques that put schedule and read. Use 3R technique like that. I have done somewhat. I have put schedule and reading.
Okay, very good. I hope you will be following it, and using these techniques, you might feel easy to learn your exams and all. So it is a holiday today. Can I know why is it a holiday today?
Today is Gandhi Jayanti.
Gandhi Jayanti. Yeah, correct. It is such a solemn occasion. So let us talk something about Gandhi. It is the birth anniversary of our father of our nation. So can you tell me with how many years it's been? It's like
How many years?
150th.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, 150th birth anniversary of our Gandhiji. Do you know
151st
what is
anniversary.
Gandhi's full name?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Anyone?
Mohan,
Yeah,
what is
no.
Try. Farhana and try, come on. We say MK Gandhi.
What is
Azan,
his
what
full
happened?
name?
Mahatma Gandhi's
It is
full name, man.
Mohandas. Oh, I'll tell it. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi.
Chan
Okay.
Gandhi. Yes.
See, it is such a, you just can't forget it. He is the father of a nation. Because of him, we are free. I mean, we got freedom from the clutches of British, right? Okay. Do you know what was his profession? Somebody?
Come on,
Come on,
students.
students. What? I did not hear you.
Lawyer, what is this? What are you doing, all of you? You had your lunch, students?
Being a holiday today, I guess everyone are, so tired maybe.
Yes. Maybe, yeah.
Okay, I'll present a screen so that, you can freshen up. It is such a small activity, and try, waking up yourself and be attentful because it is going to be really interesting today's class. We have decided so many activities for you all. Wait. Okay. Can somebody give me the permission to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is the screen clear to everyone?
Ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See, it is a very simple activity. Okay, you must tell me who is responsible. The given below are 10 different children. Each one is either responsible or irresponsible. I want you to read out the statement and give me the answer for it. Try it out. Somebody, come on, volunteer yourself.
Students, are you there?
Sir, we have to read the question and answer, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
see,
just first, yeah, listen to
okay,
Rabia and see.
I'll tell you the first one. How is it done? Okay. Jimmy told his mother he was going to Carl's house. Then he went there. What kind of action is he doing? Is he responsible or irresponsible?
Irresponsible.
What?
Responsible, ma'am.
Yeah, he's responsible because he's telling his mother where he's going. Right. I hope you must have got how to do this activity, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now do the second one.
Farana, try second one.
Robbie took good care of his pencil so he would not lose it. Res-
Hmm.
Azhan, third one.
Mary threw her trash paper on the floor. Irresponsible.
Very good.
Yeah. Hmm.
And other students who are there with some 03, please answer. Okay, who wants to try again? Azan, Farana, and who are there? Please try fourth one, fifth one.
Kathy tasted her mother's cough medicine. Irresponsible.
Hmm. Try out. No, you can try all those also.
Yeah, please.
Such a easy activity.
Come on, take responsibility. Farana or Azan, come on, finish it off.
I can't
Lydia
finish
held
one.
her little sister's hand when she took her for a walk. Responsible.
Very good.
Alien's job was
Elaine.
the table. She stayed outside to play. Irresponsible.
Very good.
Mother
Mother
asked
asked
Peter to give the dog
Peter
his
to give the dog his supper.
supper.
Instead,
Instead,
Peter gave the dog a drink of water. Irresponsible.
Hmm.
Dad phoned Janet to say he was late for dinner. Janet did not see mother. Irresponsible.
Hmm.
Walter found 40 cents on the floor. He gave it to his teacher. Responsible.
Hmm.
Phyllis said she would be home by 5. She went to home when she said she would. Responsible.
Okay. This activity was just very simple. I wanted you all to, I guess you were a bit lethargic today. I have a video to present. Okay, it shows. I guess everyone must have known the three monkeys, right?
yes, ma'am.
Who know evil? Yeah. Regarding that, I have a video. What lessons Gandhiji's three monkey give? Okay. I hope everyone is able to view the screen, right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. What does see no evil say? You must always look for positivities in your life. You must adopt good things. Never be negative. Raise your voice if you see something not getting justified. Okay. Hear no evil. You must never rely on gossip. Don't act just by listening something from someone. Don't be part of waste discussions. Don't do selective hearing. Speak no evil. You must never abuse anyone. Always speak truth, no matter how hard it is. Be wise in speaking. Now I would like to hand it over to Aisha.
Yes, good afternoon and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to all of you all. So, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody enjoyed yesterday's session and it was worthwhile. And hope you have all introspected on all that you have learned yesterday. So, inshallah, today's topic, I hope the screen is visible. Fatima, are you presenting the screen?
Hold on, Aisha, 1 minute.
Yes.
Is my screen visible, Aisha?
Yes, it is visible. Just open the first slide.
One minute.
Yes. Okay, till she starts presenting, we'll just discuss about it. Okay, so today's topic is about self-confidence. So anybody knows what is self-confidence? Any student who can unmute and answer and tell what is self-confidence or what idea you guys all have in a layman's word. Whatever you know about self-confidence, just share it with us.
Children, 9th standard. Come on. Where is that self-confidence in you? Come on.
Come on, guys, be confident. Unmute yourself and answer, please. What is self-confidence?
Let's have an interactive session, children. Azan, Danish, Farhana, come on. What do you think self-confidence is?
Bharosa.
Please discuss. And come on. Danish, no short forms. Explain.
Okay, bharosa is a Hindi word, but can we have it in English?
Definitely.
Yeah. Can we just, okay, what is
Danish, little bit
bharosa?
in
First, we
English.
have to believe in ourselves.
Okay, yes, very good. Belief in yourself. How can we bring about that belief? Or how do you, can you just talk about it? Anybody?
In our mind, we want to have the positive thoughts, not any negative or any negative thoughts.
Okay, very good.
Will
Very
make
good.
us to break the self-confidence.
Yes, very good. Okay, so I think she's got the point. Now it's like in a layman's language. Now let's go into the detail. Is the screen visible? I mean, Fatima's PPT, is it visible? Can you see the PPT? Has the Okay, I'll just talk about it. Okay, so what is self confidence? Self confidence is an attitude about your skills. It is an understanding that you trust your own. So basically, it is an understanding about what we know about ourselves and how confident we are. See, when we are all born with skills and talent. We are basically born
Aisha,
with talent.
Aisha,
Yes, yes,
is
yes.
my screen shown now?
Yeah, yeah, it is visible now.
Okay.
Just go to the second slide, Fatima. Eh, Yeah, what is self confidence? The definition. So basically, self confidence is an attitude about our skills and it is an understanding how we know ourselves. So we all know ourselves and how good we are. Now, in order to showcase how good we are, we need to be confident of ourselves. Only if we are confident, we can, prove it out to the world. So it is basically how you have trust on your own judgments and abilities and how much you value your own self and feel worthy regardless of any imperfections of what other people may believe about you. So that is the basic definition of self-confidence. Now let's see word by word. It is an attitude that we all have about our skills and this thing, uh, and understanding. See, we are all humans. We all make mistakes, and we need to accept the self. We need to accept the way we are. We are all born with imperfections, and we have our own good things and bad things. We might be very. Some people might be very good at studies, or might be very bad at sports and athletics. Some people might be very good in art and craft and in talking, like public speaking, but they might be very bad, or maybe in an okayish manner in other subjects or other aspects of life. So we need to accept the way we are and be confident. Whatever you know, it's okay. We are all humans. We all make mistakes. So it is okay the way you are, and accept the way you are and be confident of whatever you are. So that is basically the meaning of self confidence. Okay, now let's go to the third slide. So, can you all tell me, have you all understood what is self-confidence, and do you guys have any doubts about it or want to clear anything about it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So you're all clear with self-confidence, right? Okay. Now let's go to the symptoms of low self-confidence. I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Can you see the third slide? Symptoms of low self-confidence. So what happens basically when you have a very, very low self-confidence? The first thing, you start apologizing for everything. Okay. This is one symptom, or this is one thing that shows that you have a very low self-confidence. Even when you're doing very good, or when you're doing exceptionally good, you still start apologizing for whatever you have done. You don't have to apologize for whatever you have done. Only when you have done wrong, you need to apologize. What is the meaning of apologize? Everybody knows, right? The meaning of
Ma'am.
apologizing. Sorry. Oh, can someone tell me what's the meaning of apologizing?
Mafi.
Yeah,
English.
being sorry for something. So apologizing means you're being sorry. Now, suppose you're doing something good, you don't have to say sorry about that. Only if you're doing bad, if you have hurted somebody intentionally or unintentionally, you have beaten up somebody intentionally or unintentionally, you have cracked a joke and it has insulted somebody, it has made them feel bad, then there's a need for apologizing. You don't have to apologize everyone. You only have to apologize when there is a need, or when you have done something wrong, or when you have done something bad. Am I right? Do you have to apologize when you have done something good? Is there a need to apologize? No.
No.
Okay, so that's the first point. When you start apologizing for everything, that means you have a very low self confidence. Okay, now let's go into point number 2. Claiming good things are pure luck. Okay, now we all know this. Claiming good things are pure luck. See, when you're doing things and when you're getting a good or positive result, it is because of your hard work you have put in. It is because of your good that you have done. It is because of your thing, your efforts. You have done everything. Now, suppose you are participating in a competition, a singing competition or a dance competition or an elocution or public speaking, and you have won the prize. If you have won first prize, so that is because of your hard work, your practice, your efforts. You don't have to blame it on luck. Oh, this is not because of me. This is because of my luck. I just won it because I was lucky today. This is my lucky day. This is my lucky number. So don't blame it on luck. It is not because of luck. It is purely because of what you have done. So when you have done something good, give a pat on yourself, pat on your shoulder and say, okay, you have done good. Suppose my name is Aisha, so say, Aisha, you have done good. You're not bad. I mean, you're worthful in the way you are. So when you've done something and when you're achieving good, when you're achieving success, when you're achieving good things in your life, don't blame it on others. Take credits for yourself, okay? And don't blame things on luck. It is only and only because of your hard work, your efforts, and your time you have put in, okay? So understand the main thing here, okay? So any doubts in this? So don't blame yourself unlucky and all the time. You're good, you're lucky enough, and it's not because of luck. So okay, now let's go to the third point. Third point is hiding in their rooms all day long. What does this mean? Can anybody explain? Third point says hiding in their rooms all day long. Hiding in their rooms all day long. Can anybody explain? Anybody? It sounds vague, right? It sounds indifferent.
Students, are you there?
Anybody?
See, the sentence is going on true for all of you now. You're all hiding there. You're not saying anything with confidence.
Yeah, be confident,
Come
guys.
on.
Today's topic is about self-confidence. So be confident, unmute yourself and talk whatever it is. There's no right and wrong. We are not
It
here
is
to
just your
judge you
views.
all. Yeah,
Yes.
it is your opinion, your personal views. There is no correct answer, there is no wrong answer.
How you have understood, that is very important.
Yes, indeed. Okay, fine. Nobody wants to talk. Okay, fine. I'll continue. So, hiding in their rooms all day long, that means you are not confident. This is another symptom that shows that you are not confident and you're hiding yourself. Why do you hide yourself? Okay, now suppose you have done something bad. What do? You immediately go and hide. You don't want to face people. You don't want to showcase yourself. You hide immediately. Why do you hide?
We
Tell
have
me.
done bad.
You have done bad, obviously. Yes, right. Very nice. Now, suppose a thief has stolen something from a house. A burglar has stolen something from a house. What does he do? He immediately goes and hides. He throws away all his SIM cards. He throws away his phone or switches it off. He runs away from his house. He runs away from his family. He totally keeps no contact with anybody. Why does he do that? Because he has done something wrong. He knows he has done something wrong. And in order to hide himself so that he doesn't get caught, in order to hide himself from his society, from his family, he hides himself. So he has done something wrong, so he is hiding himself. We have done no wrong, right? So why do you have to hide inside rooms with closed doors? Be confident of whoever you are. It's okay if you make mistakes. We are all humans here, so we all make mistakes. So please accept the fact that if you have made a mistake, it's okay. Tell us sorry, apologize sincerely, ask God for forgiveness, ask God for repentance, ask the people to forgive you, and correct your mistakes, rectify it, uh, introspect the mistake you have done. Suppose you have done some mistake, introspect. Okay, think what went wrong. Why did I make a mistake today? Okay, this is what went wrong. This is what went right. So introspect and don't do the same mistake again. Try to correct yourself and make yourself better. Okay, so that's the third point. Hiding in the rooms all day long is also a symptom of low self-confidence. Okay, has everybody understood till here? Any doubts? Anything you want to share?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, now let's move on to the fourth point. Checking the phone for non-existent messages. Okay. Now tell me, how many of you have Instagram accounts or Snapchat accounts or all those accounts? Who's there on Instagram or who's there on all these social media, Facebook? Are you all there on any social media accounts? Do you have any social media accounts? Anybody? Oh, so nobody has a social media account?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody. Oh, you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What account do you have? Instagram or Facebook or what?
Two also, ma'am.
Sorry?
Both. Both.
Both. He has
Both, ma'am.
Both. Oh, both. Okay, fine. So you see, students of this age mostly have many accounts, either a Snapchat account or Insta account or Twitter and so many other social media. Okay. If you don't mind, can you tell me what you do on Instagram? Do you post your pictures?
No, ma'am.
No, you don't post pictures. Okay, so you're a good boy. Okay, on Snapchat,
No, ma'am. I didn't
you
have
don't.
that.
Okay, fine. Okay. But there are many other students of our age. There are many kids of our age who use social media accounts. And what do they all do? They post pictures. And why do they post pictures? And they post pictures and they wait for likes. They wait for comments. And they have a target. I need to get 100 likes. I need to get 20 comments. I need to get 50 comments. And they get happy when they have so many likes, when they have so many comments on that particular picture. And even when you have a phone, what do you do with your phone? You just keep the phone on the side and you wait for someone to message you saying you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're handsome, or whatever, or how are you doing and all that. So you're checking the phone often for non-existent messages. You know, your friends are there, they're all busy in their lives, they're not going to message you or text you 24/7, and they're not going to keep approaching you, and they're not going to keep valuing you 24/7. They're not going to do that all the time, right? Do you call up your friend and do you keep telling good about them all the time? Like, you're so good, you're so this, you're so good at this, you're so good at that. Do you keep evaluating them all the time?
No,
Does
ma'am.
someone do that? No, nobody does that, right? Everybody is busy. Yes, when you feel bored or when you miss somebody or when you want to talk to your friend, when you want to let out something, what do? You call up your friend or you text your friend and you tell them something. So it doesn't mean that, everybody is going to message you all the time, or everybody is going to keep liking your photos or whatever you post. Everybody is not going to keep commenting on whatever you post. So don't wait for your non-existent messages. So when you have a very low self-confidence, you you want somebody to value you, and you keep checking for messages that you nobody will do. You can't say that I don't want to sleep tonight because at 2 a.m. I want to check my phone and see whether somebody has texted me. Will somebody text you at 2 a.m. in the morning, early in the morning at 2 when everybody is going to sleep? Is someone going to message you at 2 a.m.? No, everybody will be busy sleeping. So, don't put your confidence so low that, that you start checking your phone for non-existent messages. That is not going to happen anytime soon. So be happy with who you are and value yourself and be the way you are. Okay. Now let's move to the fifth point of the last point, which shows the symptoms of less self-confidence. Wearing masks to get over people's approval. So this is the same point as I told earlier. It's more or less the same. You wear a mask to get other people's approval. That means what? Can anybody tell me, wearing a mask? This is not COVID mask, okay? This is not Corona mask. This is something else, the other mask. You wear a mask to get other people's approval. So can anybody tell me whatever you have understood from this point here? Anybody who wants to share something? It would be nice if the session is interactive.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be boring if I talk all the time. So please talk and let me know.
Azan, Danesh, Farhana, what are you doing? Students of 9th standard, please. Wearing masks in the sense, sometimes what happens is, if you don't like to do something, but you are doing that to get others' approval. Understood what I mean? Simple example. You might not like my class, but because I'm taking the class, you just take your nod your head. Might be. So anything. Simple examples. Come on. Let us make interesting, man. Talk. Until we talk, nothing will come out. Don't worry about how you are talking. What are you talking? Please share your views. Farhana, Azan, Danish, I'm repeating. And other students who are not on video, if you're here, please share your views. That is the last point. It's really interesting. It is actually the last point. Wearing mask to get other people approval. Students, I even gave a simple example. Come on. See, your confidence should be very high. Farhana, come on. Confidence is very important. Not the answers. How you talk is very important. Let us make this interesting, Farhana. You're presenting Green Valley. Come on.
Sir, no, sir, I can't understand anything in that sentence.
No, Ma. The thing is, what the point says is, example, if I'm wrong, Aisha, please say me.
Yeah.
It says that, like, example, if wearing mask in the sense you don't like to do something, but you have to do. Why? Because you need approval from that person. Understood, Farhana? Means you don't like science class, but you have to get your practicals corrected and you want internal marks, but you're adjusting. So that is the wearing mask. Right, Aisha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Similar to that, any experience or what did you understand? Please share with us.
Okay, fine. I don't think anybody's coming up with something, so I'll just
Yes,
carry
yes.
on. Okay,
Sure.
so the fifth point is wearing mask to get other people's approval. Okay, so okay, let me start with an example. Suppose you and your friend, okay, your friend and yourself, you guys are going out somewhere, and you see this very old blind lady. Okay, she's standing on a road and she wants to cross the road, but there's a lot of traffic, there are a lot of cars and bikes, there are so many vehicles on the road, and she's blind and she can't cross the road on her own, and she needs help and she's waiting for help. And both of you are going, and suppose you're a person who, you know, who doesn't like to help much, or you're very hesitant about helping, and you're very scared because it's some random stranger or something, but still, because your friend is there, and in order to impress your friend, you hold that old lady's hand, you help her cross the road. Okay, and you come back and your friend says you, wow, you did a very good job, oh my god, you helped a blind lady, and you know, she's like telling you a lot of good stuff, and she's motivating you, and she's so happy for what you have done. But deep inside, you know that you don't like helping much, or maybe you're hesitant to help, but you did it only because she is there, only because your friend is there, only for you wanted her approval, and that is why you did it. So this is the mask you're wearing. This is not your actual you. You don't, suppose if you were alone, you wouldn't have helped that lady. And only because your friend is there, you help that lady. So this is a mask you are wearing to get your friend's approval. Now have you all understood? Wearing mask to get other person's approval. Have you all understood now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So this is a symptom of low self-confidence. Okay, let me tell you another example. Suppose you are a person who copies a lot in the exam, and who does a lot of stuff. Okay. Now, suppose the person sitting beside you is your very, very close friend, and she hates copying, and she hates anybody who copies also. She's a very good person, and she studies and she gets marks based on her hard work. And she doesn't like anybody who just copies and who does like this. But both of you, this time, you guys are sitting next to each other, and you're writing exams, and you so badly want to copy and you want to know the answers, but just because your friend is sitting beside you, she's sitting next to you, you don't copy. You avoid yourself, you refrain yourself from copying, because you don't want to fall in her bad eyes or bad books, and you don't want her to get to know something bad about you, and you're wearing a mask on yourself, you're covering yourself, right? So this is called wearing a mask to get other person's approval. Now, just like your sir said, maybe you hate or you don't like the teacher or the class is very boring. But simply you sit in the class and you sit and nod your head. Though even though you don't understand anything, you sit and nod your head and you're like, yes sir, very well understood and all that. So this is also a mask you're wearing. You want your teacher's approval. What will the teacher think? Oh, my student has understood everything. So that my student knows everything now. He has no doubts. So you're actually getting your sir's approval. So that's why you're wearing a mask, right? This is the meaning of wearing mask to get other people's approval. Now, can anybody tell me some of these instances where you or anybody you know has worn a mask or any experience you want to share? I can tell you another example. Now, when you go to a circus, or when you're going out for some stalls, or when you're going out for some themed party or for something, what does everybody do? They wear a mask, right? A mask. They wear a mask over their face. Why do they wear a mask? They wear a mask because people don't identify them, and they wear a mask and they entertain everybody in the entire party and entire hall. So they're actually covering their face so that they don't get to know like who they are. And this is also another simple layman example of why people wear. So anybody who wants to share anything about all these 5 points?
Teachers, if you also want to share anything regarding these views of self-confidence, please unmute yourself and you can have a word with our students as well as them. Teachers, anyone interested for this self-confidence? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you're very much audible.
Okay. Students, anything is there? Aisha ma'am is asking, anything is there? Aisha is waiting for after finishing the self-confidence. If you don't have teachers, please come up with your ideas, share your views. Anywhere you have gone low self-confidence or you have got more confidence because of somebody else, you can please share your views. If not, let just one more minute. Yes, anyone? Please, teachers, students.
Okay.
Excuse me, team members. Can I
Yes.
ask you a question?
Yes.
Ma'am, what is the difference between self-confidence and positive attitude?
Okay. What is the difference between self-confidence and positive attitude? Okay.
Yes.
Self-confidence is like basically how confident you are about yourself. Like suppose, for example, suppose, okay, let's take this example. You're on a Zoom meeting and you have to unmute yourself and you have to answer. This is an example of self-confidence because there are so many people in this meeting. You have your students, you have your fellow teachers, and you have other team members watching you. And this is also getting recorded. And there are so many other stuff which is going on. So, there are so many people watching you, or, this video or this meeting will be watched later at a point of time, all will be recorded. But still, you are very confident about yourself. That is why you have unmuted and you have talked. So this is a small example of self-confidence. This shows how confident you are. You have accepted yourself. Okay, this is me. I might be right, I might be wrong, but it's okay if I'm wrong. But I still need to get up and I still need to unmute myself and I still need to talk. So this is a small example of self-confidence. The other thing which you said is positive attitude. Positive attitude means, you said positive attitude, right? Yeah, I believe yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Positive attitude is like thinking positive. Uh, like you have so many circumstances, you have so many situations in your life. But suppose you have failed in an examination, okay? Let me take this example. You have failed in an examination. Your positive attitude will be, okay, I have another exam, I have a re-exam, I have a retest. I will score very well. I will do my best. I will give my best. I'll prepare myself even more. I will work a lot. I'll work hard. I'll put all my efforts and I will get good marks. And I will this thing. I will prove myself in the next exam is your positive attitude. Like your attitude is you have to pass the exam and you have to prove yourself. And you're thinking positive. So that becomes your positive attitude. Whereas self-confidence is in the same example would be like, yes, I can do. I am no less than anybody. It's okay if I have failed this exam. Exam is not the end of life. I will still make myself better and I will still prove myself better. And I have the ability. I will do it. Is all an is a part of self-confidence. So both of them are kind of interconnected, but there is a difference between both of them. So I hope my point is clear. If not, I can explain with another example. So, ma'am, have you understood? Am I clear
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
point?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So,
Any other teachers? Malti ma'am, Silambasi ma'am, Arun sir, Sen Tamil ma'am. Anybody want to share? Okay, I have a question for you, Aisha.
yes, sir. Yes,
Just
sir.
a small daily life experience I want to share with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, you're saying about self-confidence. Now,
Yes, sir.
if there is a situation where,
Yeah.
people are different kinds. They have different thoughts. All the five
Yes.
fingers are not same for us.
Yes.
So
Yes.
might be you are very confident, but your neighbor, like they'll torture you for simple things. If you go out, they'll start talking to you. We are confident, but how to avoid this kind of people? If you go out with confidence, they'll start coming unnecessary things. We have to just hide and go, as your last point says, keeping
Yeah.
mask and going. We
Yeah.
have to just hide and go whether that neighbor will watch you or not.
Yes.
But we can't say that we are not confident, right, to talk to them. But we are avoiding them,
Yeah.
actually avoiding them. But it's
Yes.
not related to confidence. Am I right?
Yes, it is definitely not related to confidence. But if you feel that that person talking to you is putting you down or is lowering your confidence, that means that person is toxic in your life. It means it
Yes.
doesn't mean toxic. Toxic in the sense you need to avoid. See, not everybody in the life you have is very good for you. Some of them
Yes.
are good for you. They will uplift you. But there are
Yes.
some people who will get jealous by your success, by your achievement, and they'll try to insult you in all the ways. They'll try to put you down in all the ways possible. So if you know the person is doing that, it is better to avoid them, and it is better to keep those negative vibes, out of your
from the way.
surrounding.
Yes.
Yes. So everybody
Okay.
has experienced this, right? You might be having a few
Yes.
friends who always let you down, who always talk bad about you.
Usually, no. Usually, what happens, Aisha? No doubt, what
Yes.
you're saying is absolutely right. No doubt
Yes,
about
sir.
that.
Yes,
But
sir.
usually, few people will be there. They'll just, for simple sake, only for
Yeah.
their time to pass, they will take us in. If you just go
Yes.
out, they'll starting something rubbish, something which is not needed actually.
Yes,
So we
yes,
have to
sir.
avoid that kind of people also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed.
Yeah, it's nice. Anybody you want to teachers or students? Any views, or shall we continue with Aisha? Okay, ma'am, you continue.
Okay, fine. So I hope all of you have understood the basic definition of self-confidence and the symptoms of low self-confidence. Again, let's recap. First point is apologizing for everything, claiming the good things are because of pure luck. Third one is hiding in their rooms all day long. Fourth one is checking your phone for non-existent messages. And fifth one is wearing masks to get other people's approval. So if you find any of these 5 points in you or within you, or if you find these 5 points revolving around somebody who is sitting next to you or who is in your friend circle or in your surroundings, please help them up. Please talk to them. Please counsel them. Just talk to them. What is your problem? What is the thing which is going on? What is bothering you? Talk to them and let them come out of it and help them come out of it. Okay. Okay. So now let's go to the next slide. Fatima, can you just go to the next slide, please? Yeah, tips for improving self-confidence. Okay. Now, not everybody is confident all the time. We need a few things to back us up, to patch us up, and to bring us more on top and to make us more confident. So, we will look at each point one by one and let's discuss about it. First one is be nice to yourself. What does that mean? Be nice to yourself. We always try to be nice to others, but are we nice to ourselves is a big question mark. Am I right? We're always nice to our parents, our friends, our loved ones, our grandparents, the relatives, the pets. You know, you might be having a small dog or cat or whatever, and you're very nice to all of that. Are you nice to yourself is a big question mark. So the first point is be nice to yourself, and be nice to yourself. Like what? Do good things to yourself. Be happy. Not happy in the sense, not me. It doesn't mean happiness from the outside. See, if I tell you be happy, smile, you can just simply put a smile on your face, but that smile is from outside. It is just physical. It is not internal. There should be internal happiness, internal satisfaction within you. So be nice to yourself. Whatever you do, make be proud and keep tapping on your back and keep telling you're doing a good job or you're doing a great job, and be nice to yourself. So that's the first point. Be nice to yourself. Okay, now let's go to the second point. Don't compare yourself with others. Okay, this is what we every time do. We do this all the time. We compare ourselves with others all the time. So if you try to reduce this, or if you stop doing this, you will definitely be at a pace where you're very confident and very proud for the way you are. Okay, can now this is a very common thing. So please unmute yourself and tell me things where you compare yourselves or where your parents compare you with others kids. So can somebody tell me?
Students, please.
Comparing yourself with others.
Students, comparison. Anywhere you have experience, anybody compared to you with any other person at home, you're with your friends, please speak out, students.
Everyone must have experienced this, right, students? Even I have experienced. My parents
Yes.
will be telling every time I get a grade, they'll be like, see, look, your friend has got more than you. Every
Yes,
time. Till now, we hear that. Come on, you must have, no, I mean, you must have, experienced this kind of a thing.
definitely. And moreover, the main theme of this, what the second point says is, all of us are unique. All
Yes,
of us
we're
are
all
entirely different. We are unique. We are uncomparable with anyone. We have certain characters, we have certain qualities in us, which others definitely will not have. So that's what they are trying to say. And anything is you want to share regarding anything you want to say regarding this comparison thing, you can please open up, students. This is a very good stage for you to talk. Everyone will not get this chance. This chance I've got at the age of 40. All of us are getting hardly age of less. Come on, students. Our teachers, anything is there from your side regarding second
Yes,
point?
sir. Yes, sir. Can I, sir?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
please.
Yes, ma'am. If we have the self confidence, we will never compare with others, right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because no one can play our role better than us, right,
Yes,
ma'am?
definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes. So if we have more self confidence, if we have confidence, we will think that yes, we can able to do, and no one can play our role better than us.
Yes.
So if we have more confidence, if we have more self confidence within us, so we will never compare ourselves with others.
Yes, definitely,
Definitely.
Very true. Okay, now
Yes.
everybody take up your hand. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank
Everybody
you.
see your hand. Everybody see your hand. You have 5 fingers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And look at each finger, zoom in and look at each finger. Your fingerprint says it all. The index finger ka fingerprint and your thumb does not match.
Yes,
Each and every finger of yours has a different fingerprint. See, your hands, your fingers, all of them are your own. But in those, within that hand, within those 5 fingers, each finger has its own fingerprint. So even your fingerprint doesn't match. Your this right hand thumb and the left hand thumb ka fingerprints are totally different. The index fingerprints are totally different. When you go for your Aadhaar card and all, they'll tell you to scan all your fingers, right? All your fingerprints. They take all your fingerprints because all of that is recorded. What fingerprint you have, what you possess, nobody else has. Okay, so whatever you have, whatever good you are, whatever the qualities or characteristics or your personality doesn't match with anybody else. You are unique. You are special in your own way. So don't compare yourself with others. They might be good in something else. You also might are good in something else. So believe in yourself. Have that belief. Oh, I am good. I am no less than anybody. Be confident and don't compare. If anybody else compares, if your parents say, see, she scored more than you, he scored more than you, but you scored less. Both of you go for the same tuitions, both of you go to the same school, but he scored more than you and you scored less. Even your parents compare. So if they compare, tell them, Mama, I will try my best next time. Or this is what I can do. I will do, or I will put more efforts. Tell them, motivate them. Don't be harsh to them. Don't be rude to them, but just tell them, Mama, please don't compare me. I don't like being compared with each other. I am special in my own way. And tell them, give them the confidence that you will do even better next time. Okay. So don't compare yourself and don't let others compare you with anybody else. Okay. Now let's go to the third point, get moving. What is get moving? Get moving is that we all face bad situations. We all face bad things in our life, bad situations, bad circumstances, family problems, financial problems, or study related problems, or so many problems we face. So when you face a problem or when you face a bad phase in your life, don't stop there. Don't sit and cry or don't stop there. Keep pushing yourself. There is so much more. So get moving, get on. It's okay. Dust yourself. See, life is both sweet and salt. It has both good things and bad things. That both of these things only balance our life. We cannot always have good things or we cannot always have bad things. Our God has made life a mixture of both good and bad. So when there are bad things or bad situations or bad circumstances going on in your life, dust yourself and tell them it's okay, it's fine, it's just a bad phase, it is temporary, it is not permanent. And keep moving with yourself and be confident and just get on moving. Don't stop yourself. Okay. Now let's go to the next point. Nobody is perfect. What does this mean? Nobody is perfect. Okay, nobody is perfect. We are all humans. We all make mistakes, and nobody is perfect. Everybody has their own flaws. Everybody has their own strength. Everybody has their own weakness also. So, find out who you are and be confident. And nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes, right? We are not always right. We are not God. Are we God? Are we God? No, we are not God. So we all make mistakes. So understand that point that we are not meant to be perfect and accept the way you are and just keep on moving with life. Okay. Now let's go to the next point. Remember that everyone makes a mistake. So yeah, that's the same point being repeated. We all make mistakes. We are not perfect. So, what does it mean? Accept the way you are, be confident, and just move on. Next point is focus on what you can change and do what makes you happy. So, now suppose you have done a mistake, you have already done a mistake, and you have realized you have done a mistake. Now, focus what can you do to make it right? Or how can you make it right? How can you change it? Suppose you have failed in a test, okay? And you have failed in a test or you have made a mistake here and you have not passed. So understand it, realize it that you have failed, you have made a mistake, now you have to improve more. What do? You focus, make a change, make a timetable, start studying beforehand, or make short notes, make points, use colors, use highlighters, and use better things to improve your studying part. Okay, that's what you can do, right? So focus or practice more question papers. Instead of just reading to instead of just reading through like that, you can sit and memorize. Just learn one paragraph, sit in one place, learn one paragraph, study one paragraph, apply it practically. If you don't understand, you have YouTube. Go on YouTube, search for more interesting videos, make it interesting, write notes, read and write, give a test to yourself, and this is how you can improve. So this is what this point, all this can be summarized into focus on what you can change. So this is something you want to change. You have scored very bad and you want to score very nice, so you're focusing on the change. right? You're taking steps to focus on the change. So this is what it means by focus on what you can change. Okay. The next point says focus on what you can change so that it makes you happy, and do things that make you happy. Don't do it for somebody else. Somebody's telling you, do this, do that. You don't have to do what makes you happy. Do what will keep you happy. Keep you happy not from outside, but you should be happy from inside. Okay. So internal happiness is what matters. Internal satisfaction is what matters. Keep yourself happy and do what makes you happy. Suppose you like staying with your grandparents, you like staying with your parents, you want to do things for them, do it for them. Do it for them. That makes you happy, that gives you happiness, do it. For some people it might be like taking care of pets or feeding pets, feeding the street dogs, feeding the street cat makes them happy. Do it. If it makes you happy, do it for your happiness. Yeah, happiness is not going to cost you anything, but it is going to keep you happy for an entire time. So do things what makes you happy, and keep yourself happy all the time. And whatever keeps you happy, just do that. Maybe even the smallest thing is also fine. Okay. Now let's go to the next point. Celebrate small stuff and reward yourself. Okay, sorry. Celebrate small stuff and reward yourself. What does that mean? Suppose you have achieved something in your life, maybe a small thing, like you have scored in your exam, you have scored well, or you have passed in your exam, and you have come first class and you are the class topper. So that is your achievement. You have scored well, that is your achievement. Reward yourself. Suppose you like a chocolate, so buy yourself a chocolate, eat a chocolate, enjoy it. Or you want to have a cake, you want to have a pastry. Oh, do that, go do that, enjoy, reward yourself. Or you want to buy yourself something good, like you want to buy a new notebook, or you want to buy something good for yourself, a handbag or a purse, or a good shirt, t-shirt. Or you want to gift yourself a dress, gift yourself. You celebrate. So you have done something good, you have achieved success, so reward yourself accordingly. And make yourself feel proud. You have done something, you have achieved something, so reward yourself accordingly. Now suppose when you score good marks, your parents buy you a gift, right? Okay, take this money, this is your money. They give you pocket money. Why do they give you pocket money? Because they're rewarding you. You have done something good, they're happy about what you have done. That is why they are rewarding you with something good. They're giving you money, they're buying you new clothes for you. So that is, they're rewarding you, they're making you happy. So reward is like reward is a level of token, like your token of appreciation. So appreciate yourself, and when you have done even the smallest good, appreciate yourself and reward yourself with something good. Okay. Now let's go to the next point. Surround
Aisha?
yourself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just I want to have a word with you.
Yes, sir.
Most probably today we have to end the session at least within 10 minutes, if possible.
Okay, okay, sir.
If you want, I'll talk to our correspondent and we can continue this session tomorrow,
Oh, okay, sir.
because we have to end by 4:40 today.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It's
So
another
Rabia,
just, yeah, Rabia is there?
Rabia, so what can we do, Abida?
Rabia,
It's
we have
okay,
to
we can
end
end
the
the
session
session today. Yeah, it's
by
okay,
4:40 we
sir.
have to end.
Yeah, we'll just finish it up with the tips to improve self-confidence, and maybe tomorrow Abida can continue.
Yeah,
Okay,
I will
Rabia.
rest of the topic.
Rabia, by 4:40, another 5 minutes, you have to end this session. That's it.
Yes, sir. I will finish this session with these
Okay.
points and one more slide, sir.
Okay, and I'll request ma'am, so that the correct ma'am, and we can continue tomorrow at 4 o'clock if you want.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, now next point is surround yourself with a supportive squad. So I think we have just discussed sometime earlier. Like, not everybody around you is happy with you, okay? They might be just faking it out, or they might be just there just to demotivate you, or maybe they're jealous of your success. They're jealous of what you're doing in life. So when you know the people around you are not happy, the people around you are not happy with your success or with your achievement, or if you know that they are always putting you down, avoid them or maintain a distance with them. You can't avoid them totally. You can't just say, oh, go away, I don't like you. Or you can't break your relationship with your friend or with your sibling, not your siblings, I mean whoever you are not happy with. So surround yourself with who keeps you happy. If you feel they're giving you negative vibes, negative thoughts, just keep a distance with them, ignore them as much as possible, and try to maintain a distance with them. Okay, so surround yourself with supportive squad, because only supportive people and people who make you happy can bring you more to the top and make you more confident. If there are people who are negative around you and who are spreading negativity, it will always put you down. So surround yourself with supportive squad. Okay. The next last tip is help others. So as much as possible, help others in your way, and help in the sense not by giving money or not by giving gifts and clothes. Even a simple talk over the phone or going and meeting them and asking them, what is your problem? What is wrong with you? Or is there anything which I can help you with? So just even a simple conversation with them can help them. So always help anybody who is in need, and talk to them freely. It can be your friends, it can be your relatives, it can be your siblings also. Talk to them, and yeah, these are the tips for making yourself improve your self confidence. So try to introspect on this and try to analyze and try to see and just improve your self confidence. And can we go to the next slide, Fatima?
We have to end, Ma. That's what
Yes,
I'm
yes,
requesting
this is the
to you.
last code. Okay, so anybody has any doubts or anybody who wants to share anything?
Please, you can continue, Aisha.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Yes,
I
sir.
request just 5 minutes more. That's it.
Yeah, yes, sir. This is over, sir. Okay, so anybody has any doubts or anything else? Anybody wants to add? Okay, so no more doubts or nothing to be added?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Then yeah, we can continue.
Okay, Ma. So I'm what to say, it was again a wonderful day two continuation from all of you. All of a sudden we got this intimation in afternoon and we were very happy again to join all of you. But due to
Yes,
some time lacking right now, urgently we are ending the session. Inshallah, we'll continue. I'll request to correspond, ma'am, and continue tomorrow this session. Teachers, if you have any doubts, you can just a few more minutes are left. You can share your views. Otherwise, we'll end the session now. Teachers and students. Rabia, it's an excellent teamwork again, no doubt about that. I was very eager to hear one more. Your friend is
Thank you,
missing, I
sir.
believe. I was really eager to hear her also. She's not there, one of you. But all four of you are good teamwork. Hope we'll meet again tomorrow, ma.
Inshallah,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, Rabia. Rabia and team, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
An excellent session, Aisha. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. The host can close this meeting, ma'am. You can end the meeting, ma'am.